Hi, I'm Alex,
And I'm Tim.
and this is
Twinfluenced.
Twinfluenced, our podcast with hot takes and unfiltered thoughts about everything pop culture and current.
Join us every Tuesday
And get Twinfluenced. Alright, hi guys, welcome to another episode of Twinfluenced. I live in a shared community. Not community. It's not a community house. I have a shared living space though, and it's where I usually film is being occupied, so I'll have to arrange my filming practices better next time. But for now, I'm in my work area, and it's really dingy in here, and I hate the setup, and I hate the way I look, and I'm just trying to. But we wanted to bring this episode to you, so here we are.
Yeah, we wanted to do also film because a lot of people like to watch rather than listen. So we didn't want to get rid of that element for those who
A
choose
lot
to
of our
watch.
minimal audience. Yeah. Okay. With that said, welcome to another episode of Twinfluenced. I'm Alex, your host, with my co-host and twin brother Timothy. So let's get started. And I set it up perfectly for you.
Oh, what are we starting with? The Gen Z stare? Because I have something to say about that.
Okay, what do you have to say about that?
I have to say that the reason the Gen Z
Well,
stare,
first,
my
the Gen Z
theory.
stare is you have to introduce it for people who may not. The key to podcasting 101 is you have to assume your audience doesn't know what you're talking about because you don't want, if people know what you're talking about, they'll forgive you for taking the time to explain it. And they don't know what you're talking about, then they're going to be completely lost and disengaged.
Okay, so there's a trend on social media where it's like people who aren't Gen Z complaining about the Gen Z stare. And so then it's like everyone's like giving their opinions on like, is this a real thing? And then there are like Gen Z people who will give their opinions of why they have the stare. If for those who say that it's a thing. My opinion of it is that the Gen Z stare for me is like, as someone who works in the public with the public, sometimes I just don't have
For
anything to
the public,
say for the public, yeah, and with the public. Sometimes I just don't have anything to say when people say crazy things. And so sometimes, I mean, I don't stare at people because I'm not rude, but sometimes I just don't say anything. Because it's like I can't respond to
so if
crazy
you don't, you
statements.
just look away.
I do. Or like it's usually when I'm trying to do something and then they say something crazy. And then it's like I just pretend they didn't say it because I have nothing to say. Or sometimes I just like look away and it's like, okay, bye. Yeah.
So you're saying the Gen Z. Here's what I kind of interpret the Gen Z stare, and this is the part that I agree with on the trend is when because now it's kind of evolving into like now these Gen Zers are saying that's not blah blah blah. That's not the Gen Z stare. The Gen Z stares when you walk into a restaurant, like a fast food chain, not like a real restaurant, a fast food chain. You get to the cash register to order, and the Gen Z is just staring at you. No, hi, how are you? What can I get for you? They're just staring at you. They don't greet you, and you're like, am I just supposed to fucking order my food? That's the part of the Gen Z stare that, like, yeah, that's fucked up, and that's something wrong in our society and our generation.
I think that's like the younger part of Gen Z though. Because I don't do that. I always
I
greet.
don't do that either. I do think that's more like what's the generation under us? Because that's them. They don't greet you. They just
Well,
stare at
Gen
you.
Z, I would argue Gen Z is split into like the people who completed the Gen Zers who were completed high school before the pandemic, and then the Gen Zers who were still in high school or under when the pandemic happened. I would
What
say those are two sub
is,
generations.
let's see, what is Gen Z? Gen Z age group.
It's technically like 1996 or 5
This
to,
says to 2012. That doesn't sound right at all.
yeah, I
That's
think it's a 2012 or 2015. It's like a
how could we
really
be in the
long.
same generation as children?
That's what I mean. Like it's too long, it's too big of a generational gap.
I was saying like so this is 97 to 2012. I think it should stop by at like 2010 is where I would stop it. And then I would say even then, like the people born before 2005 are completely different from the people born after 2005.
Well, yeah, that's how trends are. But
And those would be the like, well, anyone to
well,
oh
that's what
02
I'm
and under.
saying. It's like the pandemic. It's like where if you were in high school during the pandemic, you're like a different Gen Z versus us who were graduated from high school and in college.
Yeah. I
Even
would
though
say like
we're both technically Gen Z, but it's a way different experience.
I would say like oh 04 and below. Something's not right about
I
them.
agree. I would say like 2005 and below. Oh
No,
04,
you have to
actually I
include
don't
oh
know.
04, don't you remember that when we were seniors, those freshmen? No, but the sophomores were even worse. So oh 03 or below.
I think
And I
you
stand
can't
10
keep we
toes
can't
down on
oh
that.
03. Okay, this oh 03 is 2 years younger than us.
Yeah,
So I
so we
think
just made it.
I don't know.
97 to oh 03 is a different generation than oh 03 to 2012. We're Gen Z 1.0, they're Gen Z
I think we
2.0.
should go back to oh 04 to 2012. I think I'll stand by that
Let us know
versus
in the
oh 03.
comments, do you think that we should split Gen Z at oh 03 or oh 04? Okay.
So what else happened this week?
What else happened this week? Nothing for real. Nothing caught my attention. But I've been really busy. You know, I got a full-time job and I also have a lot of studying for I'm taking tests all the time and I'm just really being proactive about my life and I have a lot going on all the time. So I don't really have the bandwidth to always keep up with losers that are in the news. However, I did see Carole was on Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah, is she, for those who don't know, Carol Radziwill was the Real Housewife of New York City for like a couple seasons. I don't know the exact amount. Um, and then she left and she hasn't returned to Bravo in 7 years. And the first time she's returned was a Saturday?
It
No,
said it was the fourth.
the fourth. Really?
That was Monday,
Oh yeah, that would make sense because everyone was talking about it all week on
all
social
week. That's
media.
the only thing I saw.
That's the only thing I saw was that Carol is back. But she
So she
was
made a surprise appearance on Watch What Happens Live, where she hugged Andy Cohen, discussed her new Substack, and she has a new CNN documentary about JFKJ, which
JFK Jr.
JFKJ.
JFKJ. That's what they call him.
Yeah, that's what I call him.
Okay,
Who is
that's
her
dumb.
cousin-in-law because she's yet another Kennedy grifter.
Yeah, she was married. She married into the Kennedys.
Kennedy adjacent. She
They're
married a
cousins.
Radswell. Yeah, but he's not a Kennedy.
They're essentially
He
the
was
Kennedys.
who was the first lady?
Jackie Onassis.
That Jackie of what?
Jackie O.
Wasn't that
Jackie
her
Kennedy.
side? Yeah, Jackie Kennedy.
Is it? I don't know the family tree. I don't know
It's
who
like
which cousin. If you know about the Kennedys, which side is the Radswells on?
Well, let's the
Who's Lee
Radziwills.
Radswell
I thought it
related
was
to?
Jackie, the Radswell. This is about Radzo, the Radziwill family.
Uh, Radic.
And Lee Radziwill, so it's a Polish, okay. Jackie Kennedy's sister told you.
Okay, they're still related to the Kennedys,
On Jackie's side, they're not real Kennedys.
but they're all connected.
That's why I said it's Kennedy adjacent, but they're still grifting on the Kennedy name and the tragedy of uh JFK Jr.'s tragic death.
How did he die?
A plane crash
I
in
didn't know
the
that.
90s. So anyway, let's get back to Carol and our reactions. Because,
Okay.
she had a huge falling out with Andy because she felt that he chose Bethany, which he did because he chose the money maker. Because that's all he cares about is using women for money.
Well, and then he conveniently befriends Carol once he and Bethany are no longer friends because Bethany was on her reality recap for 5 minutes, and then she got bored of that.
Not
But
recap, reality
reality reckoning, we do the recap.
reckoning. Yeah,
She was
we do
she
the
was
re.
recapping too, though.
She still
Remember,
does it
she does,
on and off. Yeah. She's not,
and
nothing she does is consistent.
she had Jill Zarin on
Jill
her.
Zarin.
Remember when Jill Zarin brought a suitcase full of, I think, Coke Zero, and
Yeah.
but they had it at the country she was going to, so they're like, "Why did you bring this?"
And no one stopped her. No one on the crew thought to say, you don't
They
need to do this.
they probably didn't know that she had it in her bag. I mean, I wouldn't question what someone
Don't
is
they always
bringing.
film them packing it?
This was recently when she was off the show.
Wait, what? No, it was for the, was it for the girls trip?
No, it wasn't for girls' trip. This was
Or was
just
it?
like her traveling. And then people always film her on her electric suitcase riding it like a like a scooter.
Yeah, I remember that. People always film her riding her. Whatever.
It just cracks me up. We're rewatching Roni and
Oh yeah, we just started
I'm
watching Roni.
five
I'm only
episodes
on the
in,
second episode of the
and
first
I'm really
season.
liking Jill and Bethany and Luann. Those are my three that I like, and the other two I obviously don't like.
I can't stand Alex and Simon, and
She's psycho.
they're so weird from the beginning. I Luann is the worst. What
I
do you
like
mean you
her
like
so
Luann?
far.
The
She's
only
very
thing I could say
grounded.
about she's not. The only thing you could say about Luann is she's always been how she currently is, like a
No, she's
total.
grown a lot, I think.
She's a total. Other people do this for me. Like the whole nanny situation is really like it's so Luann coded, but it's also like so shitty. She has no like care about teaching her children how
It
to. Also, Luann for marrying a count, her New York home is like so basic.
well, he's clearly just a regular person with a fancy title.
Yeah.
And I feel like she has no active involvement in those kids' lives. But
I don't think
anyway,
she even has an active. My thing is like she acts like she's so busy. That's like her
I
MO this
know.
first
And she
season.
doesn't, she's
But
like the only
she
one that
doesn't
doesn't
do
work.
anything.
I
She doesn't do
know.
anything.
She's
She doesn't
literally,
even she acts like she has to attend all these events with her husband. Her husband's not even in the same country as her like 90% of the time.
I know. She
Because she
literally,
stays in New York and he lives in Europe. He literally lives in Europe and she lives in New York.
I know.
And she clearly don't be spending time with her kids. She has her housekeeper do all that. So like what does she do?
She parties.
Like literally. Bethany,
But this
I
is
love Bethany, but like she definitely shouldn't be on this show.
she's like
The
the
only
loose screw. Like she doesn't fit in.
She doesn't.
And she only knows Jill. Well, they all only
They
know
all
Jill.
only know Jill. Ramona, I like. I don't like her, but I like her on the show.
She works for the show in the state that this is in right now in the early stages. She
Yeah.
works because she you
Yeah.
actually see her life and what's happening.
And I like her I like
We need
so
her as she is right now.
Ramona's family scenes are my favorite scenes to watch so far, like the first two episodes. Like her daughter, like really I
Her
like her daughter, Avery, and um those are like the most interesting scenes for me because right now like they don't it's not like now where the housewives are always just like together like it's
yeah.
they're with their families and
Well,
like every
I
Alex and
they
Simon are the
didn't
worst. I hate watching them. Bethany doesn't have a family. She doesn't have anything and it's like
she's a
just boring.
dog.
It's boring to watch her pretend that she's a chef. Like that's like I know she's a chef but like it's such a bullshit storyline. Like she's not a successful chef. She's like sorry not
Well,
sorry.
she is skinny
Not
girl
yet.
margaritas.
It's not yet successful though. It's still nothing. Like her whole Bethany
Well,
Bakes
her
is still
storyline is that
nothing.
she's building a brand, and we
Yeah,
know
but
how it works
it's
out
like
for
not.
her.
Yeah, but the stage it's at right now is not interesting. She just looks delusional
She
because
definitely is giving like manic.
yeah,
So,
and that's not really that interesting. Like watching her and like I know like I've seen clips on TikTok and she gets with the other girls and those are like good scenes because Bethany knows how to like give it to people, and interact.
but they have had no real group scenes yet.
I know.
I'm about to start episode 6, and that's gonna be like the first time the whole cast is in a room together,
Well, yeah.
which is
I've
crazy.
only watched the first two episodes. And I know like but we have some drama, but then they're like even it's funny how now that like in this first season they're like Jill and Ramona are gonna settle their beef over tennis. They're not gonna
No,
now
well,
it'd be
it's
like
still
they're
not
gonna try to
settled.
no, but like
But yeah, I
that
know.
wouldn't have even been an option now.
No,
Like if a beef
and
happened
if
now, it would be like we're gonna destroy her. We're gonna
no,
completely
literally,
spread
they would
spread
have
fake
dragged that
news.
out over the whole season. That
That's what I
Jill
mean. Like it's
did
just
not
totally
get
different.
invited to one event that only Luann was also invited to.
Hmm.
Jill would have dragged that out the entire season if this was filmed today.
But this is also so Ramona Coda coded because I remember there also being a beef like seasons later with like Ramona didn't invite Sonia to her birthday party. And
The whole beef that Cass continuously has with Ramona is she never invites any of them to her stuff. She only invites
yeah.
her 50 close friends, but
Yeah,
they're
her
not part
50th
of
close
that.
friends and
Yeah,
family.
she
It was an intimate gathering of my 50th closest friends and family. Like they can't be mad that I didn't invite them. That's unreasonable. It's an intimate gathering. Anyway.
yeah, if you guys have never seen Real Housewives and you're looking for a franchise to start with New York, I think. And
Yeah,
then Miami.
we tried to start with OC and that was like a snooze or you can't start over on OC. You just have to watch it where it's at right now. Or jump like 5 or 6. Well, jump to season 3 where
Just
Tamara
jump,
joins.
I would say not even that early. I would say when Heather joins.
Season 5.
That's like I think 7 or 8.
Really? No. I don't know. I don't know the math.
Anyway, let's get
Anyway,
back to Carole
let's get back to the
Radziwill.
Carol of it all. Why is
So
she doing this? Why
she's
is
promoting
she? Because
her
she's promoting her
documentary,
documentary and her
and I'm gonna
Substack.
follow her on Substack because I was really happy to hear she had a Substack. I go on Substack all the time at work.
I never use Substack. I downloaded it. I got a bunch of annoying emails from like I don't need an update every time someone I follow on Substack is posting something because it turns out I followed all these people. I'm like, yeah, I can like read what they're
That's the
writing.
point
They
of it.
all charge you to read their every person I wanted to follow charges you to read their shit except for
Yeah,
Alan
they do.
Dershowitz.
Who?
And so it's like I already and Alan Dershowitz is just like his podcast that he posts and it's like I could just watch this or listen to it on my I don't need Substack for that. And like everyone else I want to read, it's like making me pay for that. I'm like, I don't like you that much. Like I can't I'm not gonna pay you $10 a month. Sorry.
Yeah, that's how.
I'm just gonna read an article online. Like go to Yahoo Mail and read it. Like I'm not gonna read what you have to say. I don't care that badly.
Yeah, I don't like that Substack does that. Feel
Yeah,
like I would rather them like incorporate ads because I don't want to
right.
have to pay. But
So I just kept getting those emails and that was so annoying. Speaking of emails, is there a spam email that like you don't mind getting?
a spam email,
Like a marketing email.
me personally,
Mm-hmm.
no. I don't want spam.
The only one I don't mind getting is Duncan. I open up every single marketing email. I'm like, whoa,
Oh,
what's Duncan got going on?
okay. I open up every Dunkin' and Chipotle email I get to see what's
Okay.
going on. So yeah, I do.
Let us know what emails you like to open by emailing us twins at twinfluenced.net. Let us know if we should start emailing you. What if we
Yeah,
just started
let's
emailing
start
them
sign
on
up for
market?
our newsletter once we
Yeah, let
start a
us know if you
Substack.
want us to start a newsletter and bombard you with our emails. Um, is that all or
So let's get into the Carol of it all. The backstory of why this is significant.
I thought we did this
And
already.
do we think that she'll be returning to Real Housewives of New York, or do we think that this is just a plug for her documentary and
It's
nothing
just a
more?
plug. It's just a plug. For her
Interesting.
to return, aren't they redoing it again?
They haven't said anything because they probably have no idea what to do because Andy Cohen is stuck in his ways and will never be wrong. But everyone
He
hates the
doesn't, if
reboot.
he brings back people that were like pre-reboot,
He needs to bring
he would
back
have to admit
Luann and
that he was
Dorinda.
wrong.
Yeah.
He needs
Yeah,
to
for
bring
sure.
up, he needs to bring, Dorinda is messy. She
He
shouldn't
needs
be on TV.
No,
He needs to bring
these are
back
the two. Luann
Sonia.
lives in Florida.
They can come back. They also have Hampton Homes.
Sonia never had a
Luann.
Hampton home.
Okay, but Sonia can move back into her hotel that she was like living
I know, literally.
in. Luann, Sonia, Jill, uh,
Jill burned that bridge, but I would like to see Jill back. It needs Dorinda is the best candidate to come back. Dorinda and
fine,
Luann, and then
Dorinda,
a third. We need a third.
Sonia,
I would say Sonia,
Jill.
but the only thing is that she doesn't live there, and then
She can,
Jill
don't let
also
that
doesn't live
stop you
there.
because they will move back. Jill definitely still
J
has her Hampton house. I've seen her
maybe.
post at it.
Oh, maybe she does then.
I think she just doesn't live in her
She also
pet
wants a
her
million
condo anymore.
dollars to film, and they don't want to give her. Even though I think that's so, like, they should just get $1 million. They
I
should all
agree.
get a million. Because, yeah.
We're just saying our dream cast. We're not limiting it to things. And you're just like, can I just get through this?
Oh, you didn't open that. It was a Dreamcast.
Saying this is who they should bring back.
But it's like logistically, though.
But logistically, that's up to the individual people. That's not up to whether Bravo offers it to them.
I do think that they are going to do a half and half, though, is my prediction.
I don't even know
Okay,
any of the
so
new girls.
I know. My thing, and then we'll move on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why does Bethany eat so frantically on TikTok. No
I
one
thought you
is
were gonna go back to Carol.
no one is gonna take it from you, Bethany. You can take your time.
I feel like I've said this on the podcast before. I really hate when she eats. I hate when people in general are eating on camera. And I hate that more than half of her videos are while she's eating.
Yeah.
Speaking of eating, we have great things to come in store, but we can't expose too much just yet. So that's your little non-teaser teaser that we have some great things in the works here behind the scenes at Twinfluenced.
And it's not unrelated to Bethany Frankel.
And it's not unrelated to Bethany Frankel. So let's move on to love it or hate it.
Okay. You start, because I only have three.
Okay, love it or hate it when you ask a yes or no question and you get an I guess as a response.
I love it because that's a yes, but it's a yes, but I don't want to, is what that means. So I love it because I do it all the time.
Well, you should want to make your podcast successful. You shouldn't be begrudgingly doing things.
I'll do it grudgingly.
What's the difference between begrudgingly and grudgingly? Because I think grudgingly is not a word,
I don't
but
think it's
now
a
people
word.
keep using it as a word to like, in spite of me saying begrudgingly, they respond with grudgingly now, and I'm about to grudgingly uh blunder them.
Blender.
What's the thing when you take a blunt object and you bash someone with it?
Blunder.
Mm-hmm.
You said blender.
No, I didn't.
Love it or hate it, Dubai chocolate.
What? Dubai chocolate? Chocolate. Chocolate. I remember when they first invented chocolate.
That was a
I
terrible impression.
always hated it.
It's I don't want I could do it really well, but I can't do it right now. I
Why?
used to do it all the time.
Do it. Do it.
What? What are they selling?
Keep
Anyway,
going. Keep going.
no.
Do the whole thing.
You gotta do the daughter and I'll be the mom. You gotta
Okay.
do they're selling chocolate.
I know how she does it. Let's do it again.
Okay. What? What are they selling?
They're selling chocolate.
What?
Chocolate.
Oh, oh my god. Oh no, I dropped my headphone. I can't do it. I
Yes, you can.
remember when they
No,
first
you say
invented
no, no,
chocolate.
no. You say chocolate. I remember when they first invented chocolate.
Sweet, sweet chocolate. I always hated
I remember when they first invented chocolate. All right.
It's from SpongeBob for those who know.
For those who have just been listening for the last 2 minutes, thinking what has just happened.
So Dubai chocolate is this trend that's been going around. Think of like it's like 10, 20, $50 chocolate. And I think it's dark chocolate, but I think it could also be milk. And it has like this weird filling that I think is like pistachio. I don't know. And it's just really expensive and it was trending for a while and then it kind of went away and now it's back. And I want to try it, but it's just like so overpriced. So love it or hate it.
I don't eat chocolate.
I'm gonna say hate it because why is it so expensive?
I'm gonna say hate it too. All right, love it or hate it. Love it or hate it, buildings and structures, including ancient structures that have to be held up with scaffolding.
Um, hate it. Just let it fall. No, I
Me
have no
too. Let it fall and
opinion.
build something. Let it fall and build something better, right? Build a brand new modern. I prefer a good modern architectural design, modern contemporary. So do something like that.
Well, why can't they just have it like reinforced on the inside like a normal building?
Some buildings can't handle that. And like, well, for example, like the Corinthian, if it can't stand, let it fall and build something cooler. That's my opinion.
Love it or hate it when I'm stuck in an authoritarian uh partnership that's supposed to be equal, but I never get to do what I want.
When you're stuck in it, like you personally,
Just like eyes in general.
so if I answer it, it's based on if I'm stuck in it.
Yeah.
I would hate that.
Yeah.
In some ways, I feel I am.
Should we dive into that?
Love it or hate it, haters.
Love it. Your haters are just fans who wish they were you.
I hate it because it's like, why are you so hateful? Why do you have such vile vitriol filled inside of you?
Love it or hate it. What does this say? Chefs who don't eat the foods that they make.
Chefs that don't, well, I mean, I'd love it because I don't want, like, if I'm at Hooters, I don't want them to eat my food I ordered.
You know that's not what I mean though.
Well, that's how I'm answering.
I hate it because how are you gonna make something and not stand behind the product? Like if you make a cake and you're not even gonna taste it, like that's kind of
What
disingenuous to
if
me.
what if you're not making it for yourself and you're just making it because someone that means a lot to you wants to eat the cake?
If I work at a bakery and someone orders a cake, I'm obviously not gonna eat their cake. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna eat cake in my spare time.
What difference does it make if someone eats cake in their spare time or not? If they're making it out of the love of their heart, knowing that someone they love likes cake and they're going to take the time to make a cake despite not liking cake, that's wrong? You think that's wrong?
I do.
Let us know in the comments. What do you think? Because I think you're wrong. Love it or hate it, Zombie Boy by Lady Gaga.
I love it. I love
Hate
that
it. It's
song.
so annoying. It's so annoying. So before we move on to our moral dilemma of the week, I do want to say that we have um this is our last week of summer freedom before we go back to school.
Is it
And
really?
yes,
God, I'm gonna
and with
die.
the change of schedule means I don't yet know how that's going to impact our podcasting schedule being with full-time school. I would imagine for the first part of the semester, it will have a very minimal impact, and if anything, I'll have more time to podcast, to be honest, just because I'll have a much more flexible schedule. However, like during final season, stuff like that, it's going to be like impossible for me to schedule like time to podcast and such. Therefore, why am I bringing this up to you guys right now? My idea is to get away for some episodes away from story, like pop culture and the now what's caught our eye type of stuff, and do still what's caught our eye, but more of like a deep dive topic, societal pontifications, if you will, deep dives, if you will, about a topic of interest. And of course, Timmy and I already have topics of interest that, we're human beings. We have things that we find interesting, and we could do episodes on that. But I just thought it'd be fun to open it up to our twinfluencers about what would you want us to deep dive? What's a topic of interest you care about? So as that's something to keep in mind and let us know. Email us twins@twinfluenced.net. And because I'm thinking we're going to start pre recording a few episodes within these next few months to make up for the lags like of final season and like midterm season and stuff like that. Do you have anything to add to that?
And just like in general, feel free to email us and let us know, even if it's not like a deep dive topic, just like topics you'd like us to look into and bring up. Or
For
just
sure.
like, and always moral dilemma, and always just like general comments as well.
Yeah, like for example, would you guys want like a full hour of moral dilemma? I personally wouldn't want that. Would you? We'll see.
If we had the dilemmas to answer, I would be down.
So like, but stuff like that. So that's something we're throwing out there now as we get it's back to school season. We're going back to school. This is my last year ever of school that I'm never going to school again. And I think Timmy probably can't say the same thing. I guess it depends on his aspirational goals.
This is my last year of my degree, but I can't say it's the last year that I'll ever spend pursuing a degree.
Right. So, with that said, we are going to pivot to moral dilemma. This week's moral dilemma is from Sudi Nim. Please,
Wait,
guys,
wait.
here's something I need to say because this is now like the third or fourth moral dilemma in a row. And I love you guys. And I love that you guys are writing to our show, but I need you guys to know I would love it if you put where you're from in the email. Not to be a bitch, but I will. I'm a stickler for rules, and if we had enough to deny, I wouldn't read the ones that didn't tell me where they're from. Unfortunately, we're not at that level yet where I could just pick and choose. So I usually just read them as they come. But I am going to start asking you guys to please, please, please put where you're from. Make it up if you want. I just want something interesting. I love to say, like, would love to be able to say, like, Sue from Chicago or wherever Sue's from, but she didn't put where she's from. So I'm going to make up a place for her now. Sue from Washington says, huge fan of everything you do. I have a moral dilemma that I need to get ahead of. So hopefully we're not too late for this. It says ahead of, so I'm thinking it's fine. My manager recently announced that they would be leaving after August. Okay, it's not after August yet. While I'm sad they will be gone, I am happy they are moving on to a better job. I am worried about my place at work as we are already understaffed in my department as it is. I am already underpaid and I don't want to be overworked. Should I quit and settle for being poor or hang in there and see things through? Any advice would be helpful. Yours truly, Sudie Nim. from Washington.
Okay.
So obviously you could do nothing and just hang in there.
Yeah.
My thing is, what are you seeing through? What does that mean? You sound like you're already hated there. And so it sounds like you're still going to just continue to hate it there. My advice, maybe you should quit. And if you want to settle for being poor, then you do that. And then you have more time to focus on things that you actually care about. Like, for example, dedicating time to developing and building a podcast and promoting content of said podcast on various social media and exploring different topics of said podcast. What do you think? How should Sue handle this?
I think that well, you don't want to quit right away because then it's like, for what? Like, what if it's not that bad and things generally stay the same? But also, like,
It definitely won't be that bad and things will be the same. And will, if, so here's if you, I mean, I don't know who your next boss is going to be. It sounds like the person in the manager position is not the problem to begin with. The reason you hate your job is because of other people. And you want to sit there and you think, you already are settling for being poor because you're saying you're underpaid. So that's already a decision you've made. So
it's a great
me
point.
personally, I don't settle. I settle I settle for more. Megan
It's a
Kelly.
great point. Should we consider it solved?
Oh, is that it? You don't have any words of wisdom for Sue? Stick in there?
I would say, yeah, I would say stick in there at least for like another month or so and see. But
Not
I
even
also
a
feel
month. Like,
like if
see,
you're
like
unhappy with your job, you can always find a way out
who is
regardless.
gonna be the new manager? Is it gonna be a bald man? Because that's not gonna be a good situation for you. Is it gonna be, you know, I don't know. So you have to gauge that out and you have to see how that's gonna work. But also, you should currently, like, constantly be, I don't care if you're happy at your job, you should constantly be looking for a better position. Always be on Indeed, always ABC, always be curious about what's out there. Always be looking, always see, like, is there somewhere I could be making more money doing what I'm currently doing? Because the answer is yes. You could be making more money somewhere else doing exactly what you're doing now. And the only reason you don't have that job making that much money is because you lack diligence, because you're lazy. And the difference between rich people and poor people is laziness.
I think the difference is luckiness, but that's a
There's a lot of
discussion for
luck,
another time.
but luckiness is also on the wheel of fortune. If you spin, there could be 99 turns on the wheel and you don't get it. But all you need is one. Who said that?
I don't think anyone
Lady Gaga. Lady Stephanie Gaga.
consider
Consider
another.
it solved.
Are we doing our
Um,
twinners?
yeah. So now we're gonna shift to our final segment of the episode, and that is twinners and losers. And so uh, for this segment, we have decided to take a break from the losers. Not that there's, any shortfall of losers in the world. And in fact, I actually could name a loser, but if I did that, then he wouldn't let me name my two twinners. And my two twinners are really, really important to me because this last month, they actually really like changed my life a lot, and I just need to
I feel like
mention.
I know for a fact one of her twinners are the same person.
I just get emotional thinking about it.
Okay, I'll start with my lesser twinner.
Okay, so we're gonna
Um,
do two twinners each this week in the
because we want
spirit
to
of
up,
winning.
yeah, and we want to uplift. We don't want to put down.
Yes.
My first twinner is Carole Radswell. Radswell? Um, because she's been getting so much publicity. Literally this whole week, all I've been seeing is people talking about her. I feel like she has such a strong um stance in like the Bravo fan base. And I feel like it's like a little resurgence for her. So yeah, she's my twinner.
My twinner is, of course, Conan Gray. Did I do him already? No, we didn't
No,
do this yet.
that was your obsession.
That was my obsession, but he's also my twinner because he has. I wrote this song about you. Something I wish you knew. Something I tried to say. I'm sorry, am I boring you? And he also wrote, how does it go? Speak up. I know you hate me. I'm getting drunk off of vodka cranberry. Okay. And he has a new album coming out this week, Friday, for it's called Wishbone. And of course, as you guys know, he's coming to Tinley Park, so we're gonna go to the Wishbone tour September 14th. If you're gonna be there, we're gonna wear custom made. No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing that for this concert.
No, not for this one.
But so that I'm really looking forward to that. And it's really his songs have changed my life in a way that not just those, but just like it's astronomy. We're two worlds apart, memories. I could go on and I will. No, but I won't
I
today.
feel awkward because I don't know those songs, but I am gonna be at the concert. Should I learn them?
Just focus on his new album that comes out, but you should still just if you want to know good songs, then you should learn them. Family Line I listen to because of you, and I do like it. It's really sad though. I like The Winner. Conan Gray, you're the winner. Twinner this week. And Memories and there's another really good one that Heather. Obviously we love the song Heather and
I hope he plays that.
oh he will. And yeah, so should we say
Okay,
our last one together?
sure. Okay, count us down.
So our final twinner, our big our big TWINNER is
Chaperone.
Chaperone. That's right. Our twinner is Chaperone because she not only, so there's a few things, right? It's never just, to be a twinner, it's never just one thing that gets you a twinner. There's a whole criteria, multitude of which to meet. And Chaperone hits every box every time, really. But what are some things that stand out to me? It's obviously the song Subway. It came out and it was just absolutely life changing. I listened to it 4 to 5 times a day, and I watched the music video about 2 to 3 times a day.
That's crazy.
The music video is life changing. The song is life changing. And do you want to announce what else is life changing about Chapel Roan that makes her a twinner?
I just think that she is
No, but
just
do you want to announce something really right now before you go into that?
oh, yes. We miraculously got tickets to see her. So we are going to see her at Kansas City at the end of her. Is this the end of her Midwest
It's like
Princess
right at,
tour?
it's not part of the Midwest Princess tour, I
Oh, it's
thought.
not. She's just
No.
touring.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to see her
She's
and
only
it's going to
going to
be
three cities: New York, LA, and Kansas City. And we got, because we're the Midwest Princes. We're the Midwest twins of, what's her album?
the fall and rise of a Midwest Princess.
This is the fall and rise of the Midwest twins, and we're going to the Midwest Princesses show
And we're going to get
in the
custom shirts
Midwest. And
that,
this is the concert that we're gonna wear custom shirts, but we're not gonna reveal too much
oh,
yet.
okay.
That's in the works. But a little another, like I said, we got a lot of things in the behind the scenes in the works here at Twinfluenced, and that's something you guys gotta stay tuned in to see what happens. That's all I'm gonna say. And did you said you wanted to say something else about Chapel?
Yeah, she's very talented at what she does. I think she's at the top of the pop game right now, and that no one is doing what she's doing. And I'm really happy her song is charting really well. And I'm excited to see uh her journey.
Absolutely.
And I'm like her number one fan.
I'm her number one fan. I know all the songs. I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna start singing. I'm gonna start singing. Now I can't think of it. I said I wanna die. She said I wanna die young. Wanna die
She used
young.
to sound like
Wanna die
Adele, I think.
young. Wanna die young. Look at your mama, now she's crying 'cause she thinks her baby's dying. I'm gonna start singing that to her, then she's gonna know I'm a real fan because I know the songs that other people don't know.
Yeah, but we're
You
not
still
OG
love
fans.
me anyway. You still love me, love me, love me anyway.
Okay. So I think we're ready to wrap up the episode.
Yes. You've
You've
been
been
to
to
influence.
influence.